Thank you for joining me. Thank you, chat monitors, for your help. I appreciate it. Adorado Shurenzi, Mylan Landis. Okay, Craig Dixon, thank you for your help. I'm sure all of you saw the Trump news conference this morning by his, our helicopter purchased and funded by us, pretending to be, some big guy, but he's terrified. And he's trying to cover up the past few bad weeks that he's had trying to make news. Well, the only news that he made, and that's why I'm talking about it, I feel he's thinking about pardoning, giving Maxwell a pardon. And if he does, do you guys remember I told you there's potential for a Me Too movement during this scandal? Okay. I was watching a lady by the name of Teresa Helm. She was on MSNBC a little while ago. She's one of Epstein's victims, and it seems like she knows a lot, but I don't want to dwell on this for too long. My prediction is, if I were Trump, I would be careful. If he thinks he lost control of this narrative now, it's going to get worse. Because the women him and Epstein abused, seeing that lady, and also there is another one that was on with Jen Psaki last night. I believe it was Jen Psaki. Her last name is Farmer, and there are a slew, from what I understand, over 1,000. But I'm not saying they're all going to get together. This thing can take a turn. That's what I'm feeling. There's potential. I'm not saying it's going to happen 100% yet, because there is a lot of fear. That's what the problem is. A lot of them are afraid to come out, go on TV, band together, because and we can't basically what happened to them. Okay. They haven't made a final decision, but if they do, this is going to go in a whole different level, my friends. And also, Trump, I would be surprised if this doesn't happen. Because I said it the other day, I'm going to repeat it, it's worth repeating, something nasty is up for him. And I would not be surprised if those ladies, however many, get together. And the other thing is, his lawyer meeting with Ghjislaine, that's not going to help him. No one is going to believe Ghjislaine. They're just trying to find a way, just like you see, anything they do, they try to circumvent the law. Alina Habba in New Jersey, the judges, according to that's the way the law works, the process works, okay? Now they put her back. I don't know the mechanism they use, but they found a way to put her back in that position as AG in New Jersey. They did the same thing in New York City. And behind the scenes, there are a number of things that they are doing the same way. Let me put it this way. I know, do you guys remember Santos, Representative Santos from New York, who thought he had it all under control? I know he was only, he's a petty thief, just like Trump. The only thing Trump, stole a lot more and is stealing a lot more than Santos. This morning, I feel bad for him, but hopefully he will learn. He reported to prison this morning, and as I was watching him going, I'm like, I got to remind you guys that I have been saying, my father told me something when I first came here. He said, American justice system, they give you enough rope so you can hang yourself. That's what happened to Santos, but his arrogance, he couldn't control it. The same thing with Trump. I know he's president, but my friends, intuitively I feel there's some major embarrassments that's to come for him. Let's see what happens. The potential is, if I were him, I'd shut up and try to, he's not going to do that, but if I were him, my advice to him would to shut up, try to do the right thing for the American people, but he's already messed up so many things. Our lives are going to really be bad in the coming few years after this guy is done. But right now it's too late. The course he's put the country in, he doesn't have this, the level, the people around him do not have the level of intelligence and smart to put this country in its right footing. That's to come. That's going to be the job of the next president. I'm not talking about Vance, okay? But if I were Trump, I'd shut up. My prediction is he's going to stumble and fall. I can't tell you exactly when, but this is not looking very good. And as I'm saying this, one of you sent me a link to an astrologer. I don't remember her name right now, sorry. She was talking about, I didn't have a chance to look it up because, as you know, guys, I am the researcher for this. I'm the videographer. I do everything. So there are things that I don't have the time. I mean, I take a break for myself and I eat. I do everything for myself. So you'd be surprised how fast a day goes by when you do that. But the point I'm trying to make is, she says, I mean, I'm not surprised, but since one of you sent it to me, I thought I would share a lot of things she said about Trump's North Node, that some things are going to catch up with him. Okay, that's what I've been saying. I didn't put it that way. Okay, I've been saying he won't be able to get out of this, and it's because of karma. The woman, the astrologer, put it in a way. I didn't put it that way because her reading is based on the interpretation of the planets, signs, what kind of aspects they are making, steroids, all those things. Okay, so their language is a little different. I wasn't surprised because I've shared with you before. I've done readings and it matches what the energy that's in the astrological chart, the way they interpret it. Okay, so my prediction is, if I were Trump, I would calm down. I know he's trying to project strength and trying to lie to people as if he's untouchable. Yesterday, Powell showed him differently, and I hope others are paying attention. Powell basically humiliated Trump yesterday, but I'll leave it there because I can keep going, keep on talking. I'm trying to control myself because there are a couple of other things. Oh yeah, Maxwell DOJ, I didn't realize that's what I had as the first topic. Let me see if you guys have some questions about that. And also, friends, if you want to ask me questions, if you want me to see your questions, put it on caps, okay? And also put emojis or question marks, large, so I can, when I scroll, I can see it. I would scroll back or something. Okay, Marilyn Hummingbirds, did it the right way. She says, Milou, can you read on why Trump brought the families of the Mexican cartel to the U.S.? Well, money. And also, it seems like they had other connections, but they came because they wanted to see, I don't remember his name right now. He's in prison here, okay? And when you have that level of money, you know people. And that's how things works with the Trump regime, okay? Money people who you know, as we know. Look at the way he's running the government. Okay, it's all about him, not about us. Everything Trump is doing, no, we are an afterthought. If you watch him, okay, the USAG is his lawyer. The guy that comes after Bundy, that's his lawyer too. And the way he treats our tax money, it is as if it's his money. Everything is his. And that's why I was so happy the way Powell humiliated him on TV, because he was going to try to humiliate Powell. And that guy, Scott, oh my God. That guy is an embarrassment, but I'm not going to get into that. But it's money, I feel like saying, I don't remember who, Mr. Hummingbird, it's money and who you know. Otherwise you can't, that would never happen. Okay? The dossier on that group, that cartel, is very bad. And that would only happen under Trump. No other president would allow that. That's my answer to you, okay? Let's see. Carmen Denai says, Milou, do you think something is going to happen health-wise to Orange in this trip? No. I don't see what I feel may happen to him in this trip. A journalist may embarrass him. That's what I feel. But health-wise, believe me, they have, we can drop dead at any time, okay? Even the people we think are the healthiest, and all of a sudden, boop, gone. But he is still alive because of the medical care that he receives. Okay, I predicted a long time ago that Trump would have a heart issue, and it's ongoing. Okay, I don't see any health issues while he's in Europe. It's not impossible, but I'm not getting it. What I feel can happen, just like he did today, talking Mr. Arrogant. And we know European journalists don't behave like American journalists. They will corner you. They're very, they know their stuff. American journalists, they give politicians an opportunity to lie to the public. European journalists don't do that. You say something, they follow up, and if you're wrong, they'll call you out on it. But people in this country, they just let you slide by. So, but I don't see, I don't see a health issue. Okay. All right. The next thing is, guys, I've been telling you about infighting and the Trump regime. I just read this morning Bundy and what's her name, Tulsi Gabbard, on a major fight. Tulsi is arrogant. She wants to be the front on everything. Obviously I don't know her, but that's the impression I get from her. And she's pretty arrogant. So don't let, there's something else I was going to say, but no, it's not important. Bundy is upset because Tulsi Gabbard did not inform her that she was going to try to frame Obama. And that threw Bundy off of her lies and everything else that she's trying to cover up for Trump. Do you guys remember I told you the other day? Has anyone ever told these people, specifically I said Trump, that the cover-up is worse than the crime? That's what they are trying to do. That's why, what's his name, is a Trump lawyer that's meeting with Maxwell. Okay. They're trying to cover things up. They're trying to find an angle to help Trump or put this controversy to bed. It's not going to happen. But there is a major fight between those two, and it's not going to end. They hate one another. Basically, Gabbard felt that she should have been treated better by Trump than Bundy. But Trump has worked with Bundy very close for a long time. How is that going to happen? Just do your job. You're lucky you are in a job you're not even qualified to do. But anyway, I wanted to bring this up to remind you that my prediction is on. There is major infighting. This is the one which simply because people leak those things to embarrass those people and to let us know what's going on. Okay, but Garbutt will lose. And what she's doing is very dangerous. I don't see, my prediction is, I don't see Obama in any danger. I know that from what I read yesterday, there's an increased threat against him and his family. Then they should take precautions, absolutely. Okay? But the person that should be careful, losing her job, or worse, let me tell you something. I'm going to segue into my last topic. Does anybody in this regime think about tomorrow, what they're going to be doing, what their lives are going to be like? If I were them, I would start thinking about it. Because what they are doing, the abuse of power, the way they are treating us, I don't know how many of you heard what Oz said yesterday. I read it. He said him, RFK, and Trump are not going to tolerate unhealthy people or people, if you are on Medicaid or one of those services that the government provide to help people. They're not going to tolerate unhealthy people. What does that mean? The arrogance. Now, you go out, this is one example of things he said. Do these people think when this gig is over, they no longer are traveling on those black SUVs? How are they going to be treated? And that there are a lot of people you hear, and I told you that as well. Don't be surprised if a bunch of people start jumping ship from this regime. And those, I mentioned it the other day, it's worth mentioning again. A lot of people around Trump and in the White House are beginning to get very uncomfortable because of what's going on. The Epstein controversy, among other things. The Epstein controversy is creating is forcing people to think and look around what Trump is doing to the country, the devastation. But some of them, it seems like they're enjoying it. When people have, God has blessed you, you making a certain amount of money, you live comfortably, or if you're not even wealthy, and you think because others don't have as much as you do, you're better than they are, so you belittle them, just like that woman from New York City who said only little people pay taxes. I can't remember her name. Hemsley. Mrs. Hemsley. And that's what, intuitively, after that, as I read what Az said yesterday, and, focusing on everybody around Trump, because they're all billionaires and multimillionaires. They think they're better than everyone else. And that's why they have no qualm about firing people, taking your health care away, dig a deep hole, okay, and put this country in debt, that much debt. It's a major, it's a deep hole. They don't care. It's all about them, and they think they're better than the rest of us. And to really, when I focus on them, that's what it is. It's on video. I won't be able to run away from it. Watch what happens. Some of them will have to take political asylum in other countries. That's my prediction. That's what's coming for a lot of people who are around Trump. Because they abuse, and I'm not, I think I mentioned this once before, and I'm not talking about the high-level people like Norm or Az, RFK, and these people. Lower-level people as well may have to leave this country because of what they've done, abusing people. All they have to do, look at Haiti right there. Look at, Iran, Iraq. Yeah, everybody who committed crime during the Saddam Hussein era, dead or living someplace else. They can't stay in Iraq. And that's what our country is going to experience for the first time. And it's because of their fault. Short-sightedness. Yeah. It's coming. That's my prediction. A lot of people in this regime, the Trump regime, their arrogance. I know they don't think they're ever going to leave. They think they are in power forever. They have the power and they're never going to let it go. The way life works, man, that thing can turn on you like on a dime. And I know the journalists are beginning to catch up with me, my friends. Quite a few journalists are talking about Trump following the urban principle, the urban path, and to staying in power forever. I've been talking about that with you guys for over a year. Now they're just picking it up. They should have maybe listened to my stream. But my prediction is Orban will go, watch what's going to happen in Hungary. It's going to be bad. Everybody, and they won't have a safe spot in this country. This country, when things go wrong abroad, until Trump, okay? This was a safe haven. And not too many other countries will accept those who have committed major crimes. In America, they used to come here and disappear. I know there was a lady who was, I have to share this with you, the lady, remember I told you guys about Fort Dimanche? That's a place in the country, it's just like CCAT. Probably worse than CCAT, I don't know. I don't know that much about CCAT, but I know about Fort Dimanche. When you go in, the probability of you coming out is very small. You're dead. Okay, that woman used to be in charge of that prison. She came here. I don't know how she was able to get here. She disappeared until recently. I Googled her name. She was living in Atlanta. That's where she died. Yes, but that was a different era. That was a different time. Now, guess what? It's going to be the other way. That's my prediction. A lot of people who are committing crimes now, they are doing things they don't think they are crimes. You know, you back somebody's kid with cancer. That's a death sentence. You send people in concentration camps. And these people are calling people on the outside and reporting what's happening with them. I'm going to shut up after this. My prediction is those people, they are inflicting those situation on prison those sentences, okay? They're going to have their day in court. Hopefully, they don't die. But a lot of people are dying now or will die because of this regime. And the people who are the perpetrators will face justice too at some point in the not too distant future. That's my prediction. Let me see if you guys have questions. I'm sorry. Okay, I mean, there's a lot more. A couple of people ask me questions. Gracie never says, never watched South Park, but latest episode was great. Too bad for fruitcake. Yeah. I saw that. One of you asked me about it yesterday. I hadn't seen it yet until yesterday afternoon. Oh my God. And he is big mad. Joel Tison says video and photo don't want Trump coming. Yes, I don't feel this is going to be put away. And intuitively, I watch Wolf, the journalist. I believe it's Michael Wolf. And I mentioned that before. Uncle something, I don't remember. He's a rapper. He was a member of the Two Live crew. Uncle Lewis or something like that. I don't remember exactly. But I've heard those two guys speak. I trust them intuitively. I feel they are being honest. Wolf mentioning he saw pictures of Trump with 2 underage people, or 3. And this gentleman, Uncle something, he went to a party at Mar-a-Lago. He didn't even stay because he was afraid of being extorted. And he was afraid also of people trying to put him in a situation that he shouldn't be in. Take pictures of him, or blast him in the newspapers or something. And there goes his reputation because he felt those women who were there were not women, they were girls, they were underage, so he ran. So I believe these people. But my prediction is, my friends, there's going to be a restart for this country. Okay, that's the way we're going to have to look at it. Because the mess the Trump regime is going to leave is unbelievable. I know his father I was reading a newspaper yesterday, his father was still hoping, we're going through a short period of pain and we're going to be fine. Yeah, let's see what happens. Short period of pain, 10 years. Oh, God. Okay, Carmen and says, Milou, do you think something is going to... okay, I read that before. I'm sorry, Carmen. I answered your question. Raymond Di Pasquale says, expect desperate publicity stunts. I wouldn't be surprised. You are right. Milou says, I just climbed out the South Park rabbit hole, yo. Yeah, that episode is a lot of eyeballs. A lot of people are watching it and they're cracking up. It's the humiliation Powell inflicted on him yesterday was epic to me. Oh my God, Trump, all his arrogance, and Scott sitting there. This is the worst part. Okay, Scott, saying, yes, you made a mistake. And Powell just basically rebuffed both of them. But unfortunately, I couldn't see Scott's face. Oh my God, I hope he didn't hear what I said. I hope not much of it came out. I was almost cursed. The way he was shaking his head. Trump is right. I wish I could have seen his face. He's a bootlicker, that guy. Oh my God. Joyce Matthews says, Glenn Kushner said that the prosecutor shouldn't have been in that meeting with Maxwell, but they fired her. Comey's daughter, exactly, yes. I didn't realize why they fired her. First of all, we know the animosity between Trump and Comey. But also, wait a minute. Joyce Matthews says, Glenn Kushner said that the prosecutor should have been in that meeting with Maxwell. I'm sorry, I misunderstood what you said before, but they fired her. Yes, Comey's daughter. Yes. And somebody, I don't know, I think they alluded to that, but I feel intuitively they are correct. Besides the fact that, Trump wants to show how, he's powerful, and he hates Comey, okay? But the main reason it feels like to me, that's part of the situation, but the main reason is because he wanted to send this guy, his lawyer from DOJ, to go to Maxwell, because people would have questioned why that, just like Joyce Matthews, say Glenn Kushner questioned that. Yeah, I think it's probably Glenn Kushner. I probably heard say it. But yes, I think that's 50% of the reason, because she's the one who prosecuted Maxwell. So, yeah, it's going to be fun. You know something? I don't think she's well. I was watching, and I did it on purpose, because I wanted to see what she's like. Although, the video was taken with a photo lens. Okay, telephoto lens. I'm sorry. Of course, it's a photo lens, a telephoto. One of those huge zoom lenses. But the energy I'm picking up from her, I don't think she's well. And of course, she's miserable. She will do anything to get out. But intuitively, it feels like to me the Trump lawyer is basically trying to box her in. And because of what happened to Epstein, another thing, she's very worried about her safety. But I don't feel she's well. Her walk, to me, and the way she carries herself, I did not know her when she was outside of prison, except for some pictures I've seen. But what I'm seeing, she's not well. I mean, she's not going to die. She doesn't have anything that's going to kill her. But the stress of being in prison, giving her where she came from to end up and behind bars, is a major fall, and she deserves it. From what I'm hearing, this is not good, But let's see what happens. That's what I wanted to say, and to Olivia, I don't feel she's well. Okay. I'm looking for questions, my friends, because, somebody suggested that I answer more questions, so that's what I'm doing. And I don't mind. I enjoy it because you guys ask questions. Sometimes I can't do the whole thing, think of everything that you guys want to hear about. Okay. Joyce Matthews said the base will believe Maxwell and go back to supporting Trump. I doubt that. I'm sorry, Joyce. There are going to be a number of things. You're not the only one who said it, by the way. Okay. It's child abuse. And the lady I mentioned earlier, her name is Teresa Helm, who was on MSNBC. And also there's potential. Even if it's a few of them who band together, go on TV and recount their experiences with Epstein, among other people. Those who know Trump, one of them, from what I understand, either sued Trump, but there was something in the mid-2000s who accused Trump of raping her. And it's disgusting. I'm not even going to try to read it because it turns me off. But I copied it into my one of my folders where I keep everything that has to do with this thing. And she explained what happened to her. Okay, she says that, hang on a second, I will give you her name because I put it in my download folder. There you go. I will give you her name. Her name is Kitty Johnson. And the way she recounted her experience, the way Trump raped her. Trump denied it, I guess. But the point I'm trying to make is you're going to have a number of those things coming out. And like I said, there is going to be a Me Too moment that will bury Trump. Okay? He can't leave this behind. There's too much. Too many people have seen these documents. This morning, him standing by the helicopter for I don't know for how long, at least half an hour to 45 minutes. His legs were hurting. But he stood there, okay? He's just trying to pretend and see if he can move this thing along. It's not going to work. His base, like I've always said, most of the time, I don't know why I say what I say. I've always said the majority of his base will walk away from him, but there is a percentage they will never walk away. They're going to stick with him. And, just like those people in Johannesburg, I don't remember the name of that cult leader, Jim Jones, okay? You think some of those people would try to run away? No, they stayed and poisoned themselves. And that percentage of people who's going to stick with Trump, they have the same mentality. Okay, but I don't think they're just going to stick with Trump. I doubt it. The potential is there, but there's too much. And it's Trump's fault. Him and the people around him, they keep promoting this so he could win the presidency and, send his crazy people after the Democrats, just like that guy who went into a pizza place in Washington, D.C. with an AR-15 or something to that effect. Okay? That's what they wanted to do. And that's why also I was reading this morning, oh my God, they put the FBI agents through hoops. They were hoping they could find something on Bill Clinton from the files that they have, okay? They thought they could find something about Bill Clinton or someone else, something incriminating, like Bill Clinton slept with some young girl. It seems like they didn't find anything, so they couldn't blame anyone else. But they told Trump, your name is on there. And all hell broke loose. So, friends, hang in there. We haven't seen the bottom of this yet. I feel, yes, there's a probability for them to stick with him, but I doubt it. Whitney Mohauser says Maxwell family is from the UK. Yes, that's what I heard. Cici says, Milou, do you see Trump will give Didi a pardon? There's a chance. It may not be right away. But, like I said, and if I'm not mistaken, I think I'm right. The money is there. But they have to sentence him first. He's going to give it a little time, and then he will give him a pardon. That's what it feels like to me. Because Didi has people already trying to make arrangements and stuff like that. Yeah. The COVID Church says, what is going to come of Project Esther? I don't know what Project Esther is. Sorry. Oh, Gracie says, what was and the bags Maxwell was carrying back to the prison. It feels like it's a document. The reason why I'm saying, like I said, I watched the video and I was watching her demeanor, her energy, and also I wanted to see that box. That box is a document. Okay, that reminded me of, when I watch TV, when people are in prison and they try to, get another hearing or something to that effect, or the appeal, all right? Some of them have become lawyers in prison and they have files. So that's what I feel what she's carrying is files, her files. That's what it was. I don't feel it was anything else. And they got a lot of papers. And she's no dummy. So, yeah. Okay. Let's see. All right. Carmen Noy says, will Ivana's grave ever be open to see what's inside? I doubt it. There is no reason for it. Petra Morera says, Milou, what happened to Roy Black? I feel it was natural causes. I saw it. I think he was a good guy. I think he was a good lawyer. In fact, I was shocked when I heard he left. But no, I'm not going to do this, do any conspiracy theories or create one. It feels like to me, okay, when I heard he passed, it feels like there was some kind of heart and lungs situation going on with him. Okay, that's what I felt. I don't know. I didn't hear of what he passed from, but something like that. it feels like to me. I'm looking for the last questions. Okay. I think this is it, friends. I don't know what Project Esther is. Does anybody know what Project Esther? I don't know what that is. Oh, so Gracie says Maxwell is working in the law library in prison. So she's learning how to defend herself, how to put all kinds of stuff together. There you go. Yeah. Okay, friends. Whitney Morehouse said he was roughly 89 years old. Roy Black was 89? Oh my God. I didn't think he was that old. I mean, I'm sorry, I didn't mean it that way, but I thought he was about 79 or 81, something like that. I don't know what Project Esther is, my friends. Okay. All right, everyone. Thank you for spending time with me. Thank you, chat managers, for your help. I appreciate it. If you like the channel and you are not a subscriber, please consider subscribing. That would help me a lot. Oh, thank you, Petra Morera. He was 80. Thank you. That's what I thought. Also, don't forget, after you subscribe, to tap on the notification bell. Please give me a thumbs up. That would help me a lot. I'm trying to keep because if you give me a thumbs up, the algorithm will keep showing the video to other people. And if you like, the longer you watch, the better it is for me. Sorry. Okay. And also, if anyone would like a reading from me, the link to my website is below the video, psychicmilou.com, or please feel free to call me or text me on my YouTube number. We can negotiate a time that's good to talk. Today's Friday, so have a great weekend, everyone. I will be back on the other channel tomorrow evening, and members, I'll see you tomorrow as well. Thank you, everyone. If I don't see you over the weekend, till Monday. Oh, I'll probably come on if something goes wrong. Like somebody says, if the health event for Trump, I'll come on, but I doubt it. I think there's potential for a journalist to embarrass him. Okay? All right. I will see you all, some of you tomorrow, and everyone on Monday. Till then, bye.